My cancer journey began with the lowest, darkest moments in my life. It then took me to places of new learning and new experiences. We turned that setback into a comeback and give back. It gave me the glorious opportunity to make my life better. Learn to see the wonders and beauty in others, in the world, and especially within yourself, because you do make a difference. My life was just fantastic. I loved my life. I had it all. I was married to my college sweetheart. And with my husband of 17 years, we designed and built our dream home in the foothills of Santa Barbara, California. And I also owned and operated an 18-room bed and breakfast just 84 steps to the beach. I wouldn't have wanted to change it in the world, but that dream life in 1991 crashed. It shattered. My marriage ended in a divorce, and I was forced to file bankruptcy. I lost the business and the home. The home that I thought I was going to live in for the rest of my life was gone, disappeared. And then I remember telling my friends, at least I had my health. But little did I know that was in jeopardy, because in October of 1993, I heard those horrible words, "Beverly, you have breast cancer." I'd like to see a show of hands of how many of you out there are living your passion. How many of you talk to yourself? Let's see that. Each one of us has the capability of being successful. But what prevents us from being successful is what we say to ourselves. I was going through my chemotherapy treatments, and I had met a woman who also was going through her treatments. And we began to talk about what we loved in life, and it was biking. And in the process of sharing my story with her, she and I decided we were going to sign up for our 100-mile century bike ride. And doctors didn't want me to do this because they didn't think I was strong enough. But I was determined, and I enrolled them in this vision. My training began just 6 months after my last chemotherapy treatments, and I was weak, but I knew I could do this. The negative words were going to sabotage this ride. So what I ended up doing was posting all over my wall those wonderful I am crossing the finish line, I can ride 100 miles. Ride day came, and I was ready. And I got on my bike, and I rode out from San Luis Obispo north to Highway onto 1 up to San Simeon. And as I turned north, I hit those horrible headwinds. As the miles clicked off, it was 70, 75, 80, and my back began to ache. My shoulders began to hurt. My hands from hanging onto the handlebars were really stiff. And it was 96 miles in the saddle of my bike, 7.5 hours, and I see in the distance a mountain. This is a mountain I have to cross over to reach the finish line. And it was at that point, as what sports enthusiasts say, as I hit the wall. I totally shut down, mind and body. But what kept me alive was the support, the cheerleader of my family and friends that I enrolled in my vision, and my physicians, and those yellow stick-ums that said, I can cross the finish line, I can ride 100 miles. And as I flew down the backside of that mountain, because I got up on those pedals, and I inched myself up to the top, and when I flew down to the backside, I knew that I was my own hero, that nobody could take away that from me, that I was a survivor. So I encourage each and every one of you to begin to believe in yourself, find that passion, hold on to that vision, ask for support. and then take action. Psychologists say we have 50,000 conversations going on in our mind on a daily basis. 50,000. And most of the, yeah, that's why you're tired. And most of those are negative. So the negative thoughts are something that we want to pull ourselves out of. So for me, I wrote on these sticky notes, these neon purple and pinks, you know, I am worthy of happiness. I am beautiful bald, and I can beat this cancer. And I stuck those all over my bedroom wall. And every single morning I looked at those positive affirmations. Part of moving out of the why me, the victim, is to see our best qualities. We need to believe in ourselves. We need to see our gifts, our talents. I'm going to give each of you a chance to share with your neighbor your best qualities. You look around and what do we see? What do we see on people's faces? Smiles. And why do we see these smiles? Because you're happy for that person. You feel good about yourself. You feel good about that other person. So it's a wonderful thing to share our gifts. And unfortunately not all the time, especially when we're in the throes of these challenges of life, that we forget that we have such beauty and such talent and such wonders, and we're a unique individual, and we deserve to share that. I found journaling to be so powerful that I wanted to share it with others. So I took excerpts from my journal and published it into a book called My Healing Companion. This is my book. It is my healing companion, my journal as I was writing through my cancer journey, how I survived it, how I found my strengths and my talents and my gift to live.